and we have a lot of points being bid on Arlax. Nobody's believing in Schulzzy. Do people think Schulzzy is actually gonna throw this so that he can go and play Club Wars? You could have said that earlier, Schulzzy, though. I could have just let you play your match quicker, but let's get into this. Match number 1, semi-finals, Arlax versus Schulzzy. We are gonna have one hell of a match, and let's get rolling. Arlax believers in the chat, I see 10k on Arlax and 0 points on Schulzzy. Can we get some Schulzzy believers, or they all went to watch Warwick match? Let's see what Arlax has for us. Semi-final number 2, guys. Please wait for this match to end so that we can jump in there. Unless you have an emergency as well, then you can play. But just let me know in stream if you are gonna play, please. Thank you. So, to rock is the start. There are a lot of answers on Schulzzy's side, including Gario, Gialis for turn 1 damage. Even Amphitheater is good. I don't know why Arlax picked it up. Is he just gonna plan to swap it, or what exactly is the plan here? I don't understand. Wait, Buff Duck, are you not? Oh, no problems, Buff Duck. You're welcome. Every single week it's gonna be on the same time, Saturday 7 p.m. I'm gonna staple this time. So I think today, by the end of the day, I will post all the links for the next 8 Legacy Cups so that people can just know that it's happening, and it will be happening unless something IRL happens and I would have to cancel it. But otherwise, I'm gonna be as consistent as I can for it and with it. But that one was interesting. The Nidrasil is being banned again. Again, Kinu Yovlar always looks strong if you ask me. That Turok actually went uncountered kind of for turn 1. Yovlar has Oshidashi on turn 2, but by that time I think Naga would be good to go as well. And here we go with the match. Match number 1 for the semi-finals. Alola, if you guys have no hurries, then you can wait. But if you are in a hurry, then go ahead and start your matches. I would like to personally record both of the semi-finals and the finals as well, for having maximum good matches to be shown for the audience as well. But if you guys are in a hurry, then go ahead and start your match. I do not mind that. But let's see what this match is gonna bring us up. I think at least a show off is coming on that side, and maybe a madness buff as well, because I don't see a reason why would you not madness buff right now. There is not even a simple counter here that is gonna affect the Naga much. Maybe a clinch might come in for a next turn knockout, but I still think that's happening. So possibly a easy madness buff show off is the turn here. Gialis comes in to make it go away next turn. Show off from Yavler coming up. The question is that Turok gonna do a Stonewall or not? And it is gonna be a Stonewall coming up on that Yovla. Doesn't do much. 21% madness buff is in. The question is that Gialis gonna stick around, or is he gonna go away? Well, let us see. So this turn was quite nervous kind of thing. I think Naga just backs out, doesn't take the risk, but actually Gialis backs out. Inu comes in, so Naga is indeed staying in so far at least, did not move out. Side Surge is coming in as well. And it does a lot of damage, 80% upwards. 78% on the Amphitheater. I think Amphitheater is gonna die straight up. Gap Bomb, why do you do that to me? Tell me. Why did you do that? If there was no J Dragon who came in and told me, I was just gonna call you Dave Goblino for the rest of the tournament. I didn't even notice that, to be honest. I just thought it's Dave Goblino and I was chilling, vibing. Until J Dragon typed it in the chat, and then I realized how fool I was. I think for the first 2 rounds I was calling you Dave Goblino. But again, Arlax is looking like in a tough spot right now. Actually, pretty comfortable spot. That Gialis is in pressure. This Turok needs to be taken care of, and if he just swaps the Turok right now and keeps the Turok safe, it looks like it is pretty safe and simple for Arlax right now to keep that Turok as alive as possible, because it is gonna take care of that Gialis. So Mulgu comes in. Amphitheater actually backs out. There are so many passive plays going on here. Is Kino gonna stonewall this? What's up with that? Gialis coming in. Mirror Ring 37. That is gonna hurt back a little bit for sure. Hypnosis going in on that Mulgu. It is not gonna attack. It is gonna go to sleep. Nice and easy. Looks like this is the turn that maybe Schulzzy was waiting for. Because Naga maybe has to back out now. It cannot attack anymore unless it wants to overexert and possibly even die from mirroring after that. I have a feeling Yovlar might be coming in under a stone wall right up, followed by a stone wall on top of it. Let us see how this goes, to be honest, and see how it goes from here. It is definitely rough. So Kino actually decides to attack the Naga slot, and that is quite obvious. I mean, that is supposed to be happening. Cernif will be picking up 1 velocity. Yup. So far looking so good. This Molgu has Faraday cage up. He is ready to strike, and last time we saw it attack in Kino that went from 100 to 0. So we can expect this Kino to have the same fate unless it's built differently. But the damage that Beta Burst did, I think, is just the same 0 special attack kind of Kino, just probably gonna take same damage unless it's built around it or has tanky stats. But we will find out how it is gonna go. And the sacrifice indeed comes in on that Gialis. I always say, to be honest, that sacrifice on 100% HP is not worth it. Because I always think at least maybe drop it down to 50% and then try it. But on 100% I just think it's not the value, right, that you're looking for. But maybe he just thought it is gonna die there. Like when he pressed that button, it was 100 at least. That is what I mean. But again, that Molgu is trapped in here, and this Amphitheater is looking like dropping a Thunder Strike on it, which is gonna hurt pretty much nicely. Cernif is looking to probably Water Cutting Lily maybe. Has +1 defense, not much. Gialis with +2/+2 sitting right now, pretty chill mode. Yeah, he probably tried to do that. It got ripped pretty badly. Did not work out in his favor, to be honest, but Thunderstrike coming in. That Molgu will definitely be taking a lot of damage, 54%. But I think that is the last turn that this amphitheater might see a day. Faraday cage coming in on that Gialis. How much is it gonna be? And it barely lives on. 2.5% front whip coming in on that amphitheater, cleaning that up. Now we have a real problem here because that Naga is still alive. The moment this Gialis goes down, I think it is safe to call it a GG because that Naga is gonna rip both of those things apart like no tomorrow. I think there is no way of comeback in this first match. At least it is gonna be Arlax taking this match away. That Naga is just looking so dominating into those two, to be honest. And if that is not enough, then this Mushuk is still alive, probably with tenderness spam on it. So it's just gonna get more and more annoying if I am not wrong. Correct me if you guys think there is any hope in this match left for Schulzzy. And Pijab is enough to take it down. Naga possibly looking to come in now. Or maybe, Mushuk comes in right now, just chills out, Mushuk comes in, starts spamming tenderness. Wait, stall some more time for actual Naga to come out later on. Drain out the stamina. Either way it could work, but he decides to go with the Naga. He wants to finish this quick so he can go for match number 2. So the question is, well, Coinders can make a swap and Gialis can be the sacrifice here, buying 1 extra turn for Schulzzy, which is pretty fair. I would say that it's gonna buy him 1 extra turn for sure, but is that enough to kill that Naga next turn at least? Can he be able to kill that Naga with the clinch? Does this Yovlar have a clinch, 1 prio to go first? Because I'm not sure. I think Deceit Aura should be 1. Wait, Deceit Aura is only 1 turn left, I think. So maybe actually bringing that Gialis after that. It's already out? Oh wait, 2 times swapped in, right? Yeah, it's already out then, yeah. There is no Deceit Aura here. Savage Suplex going straight on that Naga. Okay, then that Naga doesn't have that much value as we expect it to have, kind of. Because that Scunch is definitely faster. Savage Suplex on a Cerny going, doesn't do much. Another defense stack up. Cerny is chilling right now. Tenderness spam is about to happen, I feel. Maybe Revitalize on top of it. Let's see how this goes. There is no swaps on the other side. I think that Gialis is still chilling. He comes in on a swap, he might as well die. Perfect jab coming in. Does some damage. Plus up, minus up. It stays the same. Tenderness. I know like Arlax for a long time. He is a tenderness spammer. And a Revitalize on top of it. So looking passively. Playing very passive right now. Trying to deal with Cerny is not the best way to go here. 10 Ds is gonna be annoying. 3 stamina, restore more than what you use. The best way of recycling stamina, I guess. I think it's the highest potential value move that you can have, but only 3 stamina, to be honest. So still trying to kill that Cerny. The race against killing the Cerny is still going. Velocity still stacking up. Scunch out of stamina. Tenderness comes in again. This time on Scunch. Show off coming in. That Yovlar is not giving up. Looks like Arlax is trying to end this match quick, but Schulzzy wants to actually play it out. He does not intend to play in the Warek Club Wars, I think. He's just looking for a way out here. He's just chilling here while his team might be needing him over there. If I was him, maybe I would go for the match too, but he probably has something in mind, but the more tendernesses are applied, the worse it is getting. This Surnave does not look like dying anytime soon. And another suplex coming in, doesn't do much. Tender, tender, tender. It's all about the tenders right now. Tenders in the chat. -1 attack. Savage suplex coming in. Still doesn't do enough. That Surnif is still chilling out. +4 defense. Make it a +5 defense. Surnif is just chilling. That Surnif is not gonna die. You should have gave up on that Surnif long time ago. If a Surnif is living while it has a +3 defense, you think you should always pack up, because you're not gonna get it. Just forget it. It's just gonna heal and chill out on its face while you will try to... This is literally like the Pocus once it gets buffed up and it had the old rejuvenate on it, you know. You don't kill it, it will kill you. This Surnif will eventually kill them while they cannot kill the Surnif. They are trying their best. And Arlax will be taking round number 1. It was risky, and it is some risk he does not want to take. So definitely tendies all the way. Play with your opponent's brain and mind is the way to go, I guess, for him. But let us see what did Schulzzy take in from that first match. He instantly bans the Naga, realizes that Naga was too powerful last matchup. The tendies is still open though, the tendy shop is still open. Is Arlax gonna go with that tendy shop? I will make sure on this thumbnail for this video, it will be a Mushuk on the screen for Arlax. Definitely, nodders in the chat for Arlax and his Mushuk. Let us see though how this goes. So Kinu has been locked in. That Nidrasil is just chilling. Nidrasil looks pretty solid. There is no real counter for Nidrasil on this team. Yeah, there is no real counter for Nidrasil. Kinu Yovlar again. Molgu comes in on that second pick. I think Amphitheater is a good ban, but he does have some counters for sure. So there is definitely a scope. There are no notifications, guys, in the tournament stream because it is recorded for YouTube, at least the top cut of it. So no notifications on the tournament streams. I'm sorry, but thank you so much, everyone. Much appreciated. So here we go, match number 2 for this tournament. They are quickly picking up their drafts, not much time wasted. Kino Yovlar is the starter. Nidrasil and Molgu being the picks on the other side. Surnif is looking pretty solid into this. As we know, if that Surnif makes it to +5 defense, this is gonna be a pain in the ass because that whole team is about physical attack. That Surnif is really strong in this, to be honest. If Arlax actually has Bark Shield on Nidrasil and Spores, then this is really bad for Surnif. So, well, let us see what the turn 1 looks like. Faraday Cage, I believe, is a 1-hold, so it cannot be there. My bad. So Faraday is going straight up. I think I was... what's the other one? The one that applies Doom. I think I was missing or just confusing between the two. What is the other one called? The one that applies Doom. The one that OB10 has. What is it called? Digithread. Okay, yeah, I was confusing it with that one. My bad. You're right. So, well, one thing I always said about Yovlar is if you want to keep a Yovlar in control, I think Poison Ticks is the best way to go because it keeps on doing damage while you can input some more damage on top of it, but the 12.5% remains constant. So even if they hibernate, if you have, let's just say, 3 Toxic Ticks on top of a hibernate, it is slowly gonna take that health back down again to where it was, and he will be pushed to hibernate again, and that is kind of really good. Or you just push him out, to be honest, and that's really good, to be honest. But this Nidrasil is pretty chill right now. This Nidrasil doesn't have to worry about anything at all, to be honest. So, narcoleptic hit on that Yovlar, putting some more pressure there. Energy drink is there. Savage suplex coming in, does a lot of damage, but is not able to kill. Banshee is being swapped in there as well. Double edge on that Yovlar, making it a bit more chunky. I don't think this Yovlar is gonna make it. He just cannot. Even if he wants to hibernate, he is gonna die. I think they did. Maybe, because... Let us see. This Yovlar is looking strong on paper, but it is gonna die. It is low speed. I think it dies before it even moves because Banshee is not threatened by Garyo by any chance. So I think this is way better to just pressure the Yovlar out. I think the best way to deal with Yovlar is always the pressure. The more pressure you put on it, don't let him do his things. Otherwise, he is gonna streamroll you over. So this is, I think, the best example of how to deal with Yovlar. He first put the Toxic Ticks on, and since he decided to stay in, he punished it even more with the narcoleptic hit. And at this point, no matter what this Yovlar clicks, he's gonna die. And if he goes back in the bench, then he's gonna go down even more, and he's gonna come back on 10% with literally no chance of coming back, because any single Tem on the other side can kill it with one shot before it even moves. Unless... no, there is no unless. He will die before he can do anything. Unless there's a Revitalize popping out of nowhere on him. The pressure is really the best way to do this on that. Well, triple Toxic Ticks on the Garyo. Banshee is taking some damage from that. Water Jet, quite a good damage actually, 50% or even more than that. That Garyo slowly gonna lose a lot of HP to the ticks as well. I mean, what do you guys think? I always had this question and I wanted to ask, do you guys think Nidrasil starts getting value just by being in a team and doing one allergic spread, which is 2-3 ticks of poison, or do you think it has to do more to get the value? Like, I personally think applying 2 times the Tri-Epoch is so much. It's literally more than enough value, right? And anything it does on top of it is just value added benefit kind of thing, you know? Because it has to do more than just one. And basically, you know, like 3 ticks is 37.5% flat damage regardless of whatever HP you have. So that's literally 75% of flat HP, and it still tanks attacks for you, and it does a lot of stuff for you, you know. It's just good. I think it's so much value. I think the same goes for Scaravot. If you just bring in a Scaravot, swap it 2 times and heal its HP, it's just GG, you know. Like 80% on Scaravot is so good because it's almost equal to 100% without any buffs. And then if you apply a spores on a Scaravot, you're literally just so much value, so much value. That is definitely the case. I mean, Nidra still brings a lot of value to the table. Okay, Bright Beam coming up. That Nidra still lives that. I really want this Surneve to not get out of hand, otherwise we will be on for the same show like before. Front Whip coming in. Does a decent chunk of damage. I think in the current meta, Nidra is almost fitting in most teams because most teams are playing Scaravot, and if you apply a Spores on Scaravot, you already got so much value. Because that Scaravot can absolutely be devastating with a bait and pass combined with that Spores. And then of course any toxic ticks you apply is gonna be extra beneficial benefits you have. But in this match we have a Turok which is gonna face a lot of issues, and I question that Turok coming in front of literally a Gialis ready with an hook kick and Amphitheater that is ready with the Plague. Now Gialis can die to a water cutting Lily, but that Amphitheater is not, and he is gonna do a Plague, I'm pretty sure, on that Turok spot. So why bring Turok in when he had all the choices? Is that really needed? Did he want to take that 2x damage? I kind of do not understand that one, but maybe he just wanted it to be there. Is Turok not doing anything for him? I think Turok is still good. I think maybe, yeah, I mean it does less than what a Molgu would do against the other threats that are there on the other team. But still I think Turok maybe would have been better to bring it later on to actually do a Stonewall on full HP. This is really questionable sometimes on how or what the player was thinking.
It's ongoing. Like when...
Alright, so Turok is actually going down, and yeah, keeping Molgu healthy is really good because that Molgu can do a lot of job or a lot of stuff done, and Surneve being alive is a problem by itself, to be honest, because the moment this Amphitheater might go down, it's all about physical attackers, and there is a surrender coming in. Schulzzy will be taking this away. What? Maybe, but what exactly happened? Why was the surrender? Was that match really lost or something, or was I missing something? I didn't understand why was the surrender. 1-1 looking like for Arlax right now. This match is really close, tight knit. The same starter coming in again. It's gonna be Kinu Yovlar. Every match is a best of 3 on semi-finals and finals, chap. So we have Kinu Yovlar again. Molgu is starting this again. Is looking pretty tough. Let us see. I mean, Nidra is good. It's the same thing again. Put the pressure on that bear. Do not let it go out of hand. Everything he did in the first match could just, in the last one, could be repeated. But I don't know why he surrendered. So Banshee is being picked up, and so is Amphitheater. This is looking very similar like the last time. We have some top tier competitors, especially Schulzzy, who's actually playing for Foolek as well. He is multitasking at its best right now, telling his team to hold on a little bit more till he can make it there as well, while he's giving some absolutely devastating performance over here as well. We have Turok. I think Turok will be picked up again. It was a solid pick. It can take care of Amphitheater while dying. I mean, it's still gonna die, but it still does good chunk of damage. It does not die in one plague, and that stone ball will hit pretty hard. I think it's the same team, literally the same team, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it's quite possibly. Well, the question is, this Molgu has to do probably the same thing again. Put the pressure on there. That is all that is required. The pressure has to be going. Keep going, the pressure. The only thing that changed here is I see a Gialis this time. Kinu should stay this time around, to be honest, because he can revitalize and keep the pressure, like reduce a little bit of pressure. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem. Kinu goes out. Nidrasil comes in. This is not looking good. So Nidrasil takes the Toxic King. Faraday Cage going on the other slot. Triple Toxic King. Triple Toxic ticks on that Yovlar again. Show off. Looks like the same turn as before. Why? Yeah, that is looking pretty rough, to be honest, if you ask me. Kino Hellfire T2. Alright, wait, what? You go, whoa. We are not playing that game here, Alola. We're not playing that game. This is the wrong game, Alola. We are not talking about a Hejin that is Kinu named. But let's get back. I mean, that Yovlar is in trouble. Narcoleptic hit is coming. I really think Arlax should read this and just go with the double in with Faraday Cage, Narcoleptic. Even Kinu can't live that on the other side. But Arlax decides to do something else this time, putting the Banshee in. I think a logic spread this time around to remove the ticks are still not going away, but keeping at least the balance this time around. Neutrality will remove those Lifeful Sap again. Oh wait, it won't actually. Okay then. Okay, I guess Arlax is just gonna be like, okay, screw the poison ticks. Let's just apply the doom there. This is a problem now because Yovlar has no negative statuses now. Kinu can come in and sacrifice. This is gonna be a problem if it is staying, because this looks pretty bad. But yeah, Faraday and Burst should kill that Nidrasil, that's for sure. The question is, if Kinu comes in, I think Kinu dies as well. Kinu dies to that as well. If Kinu decides to come in, he just has to spam the spot now till Kinu comes in for the healing, I think, or the sacrifice. Amphitheater decides to show up, and let's see how does that go. Tornado coming in from the Banshee. Doesn't do much. Faraday Cage. So Kinu has to come in. Okay, the question is, this Yovlar cannot be revived whatsoever. So Plague can be used to remove that Doom now. The question that comes in now is anything faster than that Plague to stop it? Is anything faster than... No, it's not. I mean, what am I even saying? Amphitheater is the fastest stem in the game, and probably it's spec'd accordingly as well, but you see, we are looking at a problem now, because this Yovlar is not under pressure. It is gonna chill out. It's like nothing happened to him yet whatsoever. Tems are dying around him. He doesn't care. He's just sitting there. +1, +1, +1. 86% HP. Kinu coming in. This doesn't look really good for Arlax right now at this point. Switch into Nid and Faraday. No, I don't think so. That's not the best way to do it. Because if he does that, then I think this Kino is still not a swap in. It is still on turn 1. It does not have his hold off, so he is still chilling. I don't think that Kino is doing much other than... But I do think that Yovlar is gonna win this, because Yovlar has Savage Suplex up. It did 52% damage to Banshee. It's gonna do the same again. This Kinu can either do Life Full Sap maybe, or yeah, I think Life Full Sap or Beta Burst. Nothing else other than that, because it's still turn 1 for Kinu. It never swapped in. It was just brought in on a death. Death. So definitely, I don't think like bringing Nitrosil in would be good. It would save it, but it's still gonna take damage. It's gonna save Banshee, but it still hurts kind of. So Nitrosil on this side, he is ready to sacrifice the Banshee, I guess. Hitting the Yovlar with a bit of that E-Manip sauce. Beta Burst coming in. Yeah, he is going for killing that Banshee, but no, he decided to attack the Nitrosil. 50% HP gone. So Kino has a lot of options now. Revitalize is up. Stonewall maybe if he has it is up. Or else sacrifice is always a choice, but on 100% I would not sacrifice. The question is, does this Banshee do a Beta Burst before dying, or is it gonna Tornado? I think Beta Burst is a good option here, to be honest. Beta Burst Narcoleptic or Beta Burst Toxic King might be a good chunk of pressure on the Yovlar, to be honest. But it also depends what this Kino is about to do. So well, he decided to indeed go with the Hibernate. He is chilling, but the pressure is still a bit on him. I think Molgu, this is the perfect time for him to show up, and he does. Question is all about, does this Kino stay in, or is backs out and comes back in later on? So Yovlar actually backs out of here this time around. They are switching up their plays a little bit here and there. Hypnosis coming in on that Molgo. It's already confirmed, doesn't have energy drink or anything to resist that. Narcoleptic hit going in. This time it is not a Spores, because if it was a Spore it would have woken up. I hope that Schulzzy knows last time what happened. I don't know if Arlax did it against Schulzzy, but Spores is slower than Faraday Cage, faster than Faraday Cage on Arlax side, and he is exactly gonna do that. Spores it again, and Faraday Cage is coming up. Is that Kino gonna take that hit in the face, and does he live? That is the main question, and it does. Very barely it lives, but it is gonna do a sacrifice next turn, and I don't think anything can stop that sacrifice from happening. The question is, who is taking that sacrifice? Is this gonna be Yovlar coming in for that free sacrifice in the face? If it does, then still Faraday Cage is gonna apply 3 poison ticks on top of it. So I think the best play is to Faraday Cage right now on that Nidrasil spot, hoping for Yovlar to come in and take the 3 poison ticks on it. I think that's the best play here, that the Yovler comes in, you apply the ticks on it, and you are kind of good to go. But it is still a rough matchup for them. Yeah, if it takes that, it's gonna take 3 pause and ticks with that on free, like on top of it. Just saying. And narcoleptic hit is up as well, so Yovlar definitely has no business here right now. I think the best play might just be Faraday Cage and a logic spread, or just chill out on Nidrasil right now. But Yovlar is definitely not looking good in this case. I can see Yovlar dying if it comes in to Faraday Cage and Toxic Ink, or Faraday Cage and Narcoleptic hit. I can see it dying. 100% I can see that happening. If he does decide to bring it in. And he decided to sacrifice on that Nidrasil itself. Does not risk the Yovlar coming in. So Spores was the play. Try a Pock is gonna not proc because it's already toxic. Molgu is chilling. So Molgu is pretty much really looking good in this matchup entirely, completely. Again, pretty chill Molgu right now. Just gonna Faraday Cage again and just chill out. Faraday and Narcoleptic is a guaranteed kill. No matter what comes in there, it's a guaranteed kill. Even if it's a swap, Scunch dies in an instant. This is a guaranteed kill on the right hand slot with a double lane. Prove me wrong if you can. So let's see Faraday Cage going in on that Yovlar. Triple toxic ticks are applied. Narcoleptic hit goes in and that will secure the kill. That will secure the kill here. So Bear is gone and we have a Scunch against an Nidrasil, and I do not think that Scunch is gonna pop a lot of value here. Maybe a little bit here and there. But if actually, you know what? That Scunch can actually live this turn because there is no narcoleptic hit. Molgu will overexert and might as well die from. Actually, you know what? Scunch cannot kill anything, but Scunch will not die as well. But the next turn, Scunch is definitely dying. The thing is, Scunch will have all the hold moves up, and that to rock is looking really badass. So I think Cernif is trying to bait out an attack to quickly get a defense up. And Spores nicely applied on Scunch. Poison ticks are king right now because time is key and tones are key for Arlax. This Nidrasil is getting all the value that he can. By living on 1.2%, he's gonna drain even more stamina just by being on that board. He is putting that pressure. This is so much value for that Nidrasil. The fact that it is on the board is just, you know, wasting stamina of your opponent when they are limited in their attempts right now. And front whip coming in on that Scunch. The toxic ticks are ticking and the timer is going. That Scunch is not gonna live more. I think the Molgu comes in now, chills out for a turn, and then this Turok is gonna be finally wiping that Nidrasil off. This looks like a GG over here, with sadly no chance of actual comeback here right now. Because that Turok is too strong for this Nidrasil to handle. Even though Nidrasil is +4 defense, that Turok and Cernif together I think can handle that. I think at least. So Ninja Jutsu did a lot of damage, but that Molgu is still alive. Revitalize coming up with that allergic spread. And token. Wait, what? What does token do? I didn't even see that move ever. I didn't even know that move had animation. But apparently token gets the job done. Scunch just got a token. And Bush coming up. The Sernif is pretty much chilling right now and vibing. Digi threat coming in. Very little damage. Oh my god, it is still alive. It is still here to drain some more of your opponent. These things living on so less HP are still bringing so much value because they have to drain the stamina. Faraday cage on 0.3%, dealing at least another 6% damage before dying. This is so much value. Sernif is chilling, Nidrissel is chilling. The boy comes in after 10 years of solace in the jungle. He will finally do some work now, stretching his bones and getting some feather gatlings off, doing some good chunk of damage. Spores coming, allergic spread coming in, 6 sticks of poisons applied. At least it can go home and tell people that it did its value, because people in the chat said he just had to do 1 allergic spread for getting value. So that Nidrissel is going home sadly. But GG Schulzzy, I wish you the best of luck for the Warek Club Wars that you will be about to play. Arlax will be